Good morning. Good morning once more. I am presently in Kingston as I speak. And I don't like driving in the traffic, so I hit the road early so that I can be in the traffic to reach wherever I want to reach in Kingston. And I can tell you that I am very early. So I just decided to make a video. I was prompted to make this video. I didn't plan on making a video today. But I was prompted as I was driving along a road in Almantown, and it brought back my memories to 33 years ago. 33 years ago. And I was a probationer. Within the same year I graduated. I think I graduated in September of 1991. But somewhere and was stationed at Kingston Central Police Station. And I am doing many, I was still a probationer. I was a probationer at the time. Don't even get the work yet. You have to do 2 years probation. So, among the duties, we do a lot of duties, but I remember doing the sentry duty. That's one of the the main gate entering the station. Didn't like that duty much, but it's part of the thing. And I did the duty. And what prompted me at this point in time to decide to do this story, which in fact is a true story, is because I drove along the road, a particular road in Almantown. I don't remember the name now, and when I was driving along it, I didn't remember to look for the name, but it just brought me back to that time as a probationer, young probationer, who faced a gunman at a time and was saved by a pair of shoes. Mark not wearing no shoes, police wear boots. But my life was saved by a pair of shoes. So I go back to that fateful day. I came, while I came from training school, I was still a breast milk on my mouth in terms of the seniority in the force, which are very junior. Because you're a probationer, you don't even reach anywhere yet. You're not even sure of that you're a police. And interestingly, it was during that time that I really learned some things in terms of how wide the force is, how broad is your knowledge. Because I remember at that time you used to have the award Seasons of Excellence. I don't remember, was it 1991? Or I go from 1991 into 1992. But anyway, I kind of divert a bit. It's at the war theatre. The war theatre was kicking. And you get to enjoy, you work out there as a police officer, so you have access to the whole area. You met person like Mr. Graham and Mr. Brian Heap. So you have all the facilities, like you have opportunities to go most of the palace amusement centers, because Mr. Graham, who was the person in charge of it at the time, I think he died. And I also heard that Mr. Brian Heap died this year or last year too. So we could go to all the theaters that that are operated by Palace Amusement Center, based upon our contact with the management system. And this was what being a police officer affords you, like that. It takes you to places, open doors. And I learned that even more so when I eventually become a detective, which the doors are even open wider. Anyway, back to the story. I did the night shift, and I was wearing the blue denim and the boot and everything. So I finished the duty and went up to the back room to change. So I didn't write off my time or anything. So when I went to the back room and do some little stuff up there, I was barefooted, or perhaps only in a pair of socks. So the boots have a lot of lace. The laces you have to lace up. So the inspector called me back down now, like he was in a great hurry. So I said, okay, my duties are almost ended. So I didn't think I was going to go on any other duty. So I had a pair of loafers, those soft shoes. So I just put it on my feet. I went down, so I was still in the denim, but not with the boots this time, but just my loafer shoes. So I went down there and he told us that he had some information, credible information, about a certain gunman who the police need like yesterday. And he's armed and dangerous and at the premises in Almantown. So we must come. So I went in, I actually went and take an M16 rifle. The carbine is the short one. And I went with the team up there. I didn't even get a proper briefing. I never even know about briefing. So when we reached the place, I went in. The inspector was on about another police officer stopped at the front door, but I went around the back because I have the M16, so it was like a cut off. So while the inspector knocking, I heard the back door pulling, and then when the back door pulled, I saw the guy like was gonna come over because he saw me with the M16 rifle. He slammed the door shut, and then I hear about 2 or 3 explosions, gunshot at the front. So you know, I fly around there in front. I look, I see the inspector lying on the ground, and I thought he was dead. I didn't see the other police officer, but I see the gate open. So I sprang out, you know, and like bird speeds, sailed out through the gate. And look, I saw the guy running down the road, you know. I squeeze off about 2 athlete in his direction. But he made a corner. Like he just turned a corner. At the end of a building, like, so it was right corner, right turn. No, inexperienced me, you know. Blaze gone on the same way, you know, full of energy and adrenaline. And me say, you remember I said, if you have boots save my life, shoes save my life. This is where the shoes, the loafer shoes, save my life. You should have turned that, make that right turn. When the guy completely turned, he didn't move and he just stopped right there. So when I turned around, I was looking straight to the gun mouth like this. Yeah. And I'm talking about seconds here now when I turn the corner, you know. So this big old gun mouth straight in my face. Right in my face, he pushed the gun in. And the sudden break that I drew, the shoes now with the sole, the foot bottom, the shoes bottom, slippery. So it slides, so it suddenly stop, I start fall backwards, and my foot seal, you know, seal and I start fall backward. So we actually fall away from the gun mouth, the man with my face as if I heard, you know. So, and I go right, I hit, drop on my back, you know, hit right my back, lower back. To the point, when I fell to the ground, you know, I could actually feel the heat of the bullet when the guy fired, you know. And I have one of those police cap, the cap, you know, not the cap, with the badge. And when I fell to the ground, my feet, both feet kind of just fell on my back. Remember, I'm talking about seconds here, you know. I probably don't even catch a second from I make the corner and the shot fired. I break up and the boot slide. I slide away from the gun as he fired. So the bullet that he fired don't hit the cap. I take it off my head. So you can imagine. So when I fell to the ground now, I hit my back now, my 2 feet went up in the air. And because it's a car, and I fired the carbine at the same time too, but the carbine was in line with my foot, so I almost shoot off. I can't laugh now. I almost shoot off my foot with the M16 rifle, you know. Because I have to pick out, you know, at the end of the muzzle, you have these little openings. You see the flashes from. When the bullet fire, they make a lot of splinters and all of those things. And there were a lot of splinters from the bullet embedded in my ankle, you know. Yeah. When I fired the M16, the muzzle was like right beside my ankle, my left ankle. I almost shoot off my foot. Can you imagine me blast off my foot with the M16? Boom. Anyway, Inspector, but I looked to see the inspector and the policeman, so I felt good knowing that he was alive. Because I thought he was dead, you know. And then, you know, they make a lot of... but the gunman took off again. And we get some help for police come quickly to assist us, you know. When the communication go, they're going to find police. Like, droves come in the area. And they find the guy down at the under bridge down there. So I don't know if any shot from my shot had hit him. I don't know. I don't know. But I suspect so because he was found not far from that. Yeah, further exposure down there and that understand that he was dead and the story. So the shoes saved my life because if I was wearing that boot, the boot would not have slid. I was standing right in, and the gun muzzle was right in my face when the gunman fires the gun. I mean, like, I could feel it, you know, the heat from the gun. I mean, it was like a foot from my face when he fired. And at the same time, as he was about to fire, that's the time I started sliding. So by the time I finished squeezing the trigger for the gun to fire, I fell away from the muzzle of the gun. I fell to the ground and I almost shoot off my own foot with the M16 rifle that I was armed with. Yeah, that was my first experience with gunman. First, but they were like many later, like almost every day. While I was in Kingston, at the Hunts Bay police station, and subsequently to the flying squad, the same one they call CTAC, no? We have it as flying squad back then. So I faced a lot of gunfire. To the point that at one stage some people feared to work with me now because they said me attract gunfire. But I used to go in, I don't know, I think I was foolish. I'm not as brave as some people were saying I was brave. I was actually foolish, you know, because I went to some place where some people not going into unless I'm big truckload of police. Big operation. I mean, don't I hold them like a darn idiot. Somebody say if I had remained in Kingston, I would have been promoted, probably superintendent or way up top there in the ranks. But what I feel to think was that probably I would have died too. Because I've had some serious pushes. Serious, I tell you, I can tell you what it sounds like gunshot whizzing past your ears and kicking up dirt and stones and things in your face. And I think from time to time I'll share a little stories about these type of events that I face. Yeah. Because we done the same young time they after face and in that I think it was a 93 election. But I won't tell you about that one until another day. That one again I faced gunfire like gunshot like raindrops falling. Yeah? And panicked. Panicked. Had a brand new M16 in the morning they gave to me. Brand new. And I don't remember if I fired that gun, but I remember, no, I'm not going to be giving away too much, but I was so panicked at one stage when I went with a sub-officer, and the sub-officer, when the heat of the battle, I moved about 100 meters away from him. In the heat of the battle. In the Jubilee Market area, sir. And when I look around, I see no sub-officer. And the shots were whizzing by. And I panicked. And I get down on my bed because I said, I don't know why I even get a chance to get down on my bed because how I survived standing up only judge I know. But I went down on my belly because I started thinking, I said, boy, make myself a lesser target because training started coming back to you. Well, in that moment, I crawled back with you. So we'll go the full story still now, it's a girl come for summary. When I crawl back here, down back, now we go down to the West Queen Street, down to like March drugstore. I'm like, something wrong, man. I crawl like hell, enough, I say, boy, my mother's son I got dead, from his place, we are dead, you know. You know, so I look me now the M16, the brand new M16. I crawl, leave the gun about 50, about almost 20 or 30 feet. When me look the gun left. Crawl left the gun, I'm going to get down now. I'm going to stay up and just me a crawl. I'm a crawl away, leave the gun. I come to myself and say, where I do? I'm a crawl for the boy. They see you going to go to, you know, and the man said, pepper the ground, you know. Like they stitch the ground and stitch the ground to keep me from going back for the M16, you know. I said, no, I can't leave the M16. I mean, all the chance of survival. And that's what the guy didn't turn on the heat. So might as well we continue this story. I'm a cry, I got down the heat, you know. Finally, my mark me, you know, so my mark shot, so shot my stitchy road that come down to me. Like my fire at me, you can't get for him good. But every time I hear him, I switch back and shot lick. So you know, so if you lift the gun more, little more, if you can't shot them down further to me. But me have to go for the gun. I'm a go for the gun now, yeah, I fired the gun for real, yes, I fired it now because I know me realize I kind of get conscious. And the training started take effect. So I say, alright, yo, shot off a lick. So I start knock the Johnny, you know, and I crawl down that place. Time, these guys will fire so much shots, you have a lot of stall made of board and something. And the bullets were hitting the stall and destroying the stall, you know. So you look and see a piece of board that flick up in the air. One piece of board give me a ratty lick, me think it's a gunshot. That board licked me. Anyway, I crawl out from the street, listen, I come back on West Queen Street. So when we come down back on the main road now, some old soldiers they cross over the parade ground. So I beckon to me if you come in. But I go cross and kind of a no man's land for one. What's the name again? West Parade? East Parade, yeah. So when we come out this now, East Parade, we have to cross East Parade to go into the park. But where soldiers them there? I say backside, you know, and this is me a hitch them. I say, what we do? If I should have licked them, my brother. Where we go in the 1993 election or 92, I don't remember. They say me, when the soldier keeps saying, come. I rise up, you know. When they say fire covering fire up the road to keep down the gunman so we can cross. And I say, just have me almost completely blows and skirt across the road, you know. We may have about 3 more strides to make for step in the parade where it's holding in there, in the park. I feel like somebody give me foot while liquid while sledgehammer. Liquid my foot for me, you know. Why am I bad with foot problem? When something lick me on my foot with the sledgehammer blow there, power. Swung by a real giant strong man. That lick there about a ton of pressure, a ton man. We are ton. The force. When we get the hit. No, I swear say, I know it's a gunshot, you know. I know it's a gunshot. And I said to her, I said, my foot, I have no foot left, you know. I said to myself, I have no foot. I told her, draw me, you know. And I said, my foot gone. And I said, nothing to do. When I look at the foot, no, I didn't look at it long after I look at the foot. Guess what now? This is when I run in mid-stride. When I shot fired by the gunman, hit the heel of the boot. That was a boot, not a shoes. But the force, when bullet lit the way, it's what I'm saying, coming like a sledgehammer. Swing by a very strong madman. It flicked me from me fell to the ground. And the force made me feel like my foot gone, but it just cut one, it just lit the heel and fling me away. Yeah, man. Take me almost a hour to look down by the foot from me straight to the foot under there. Yeah, so you get the story. More time. Peace and love.